It's just another day in the year. It doesn't have more value than Halloween. And for many Japanese, it's even a usual work day. It's not a national holiday, so if you don't take some of your valuable days off, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to tell you all how I spent my Christmas days, Christmas Eve 24th, 25th and 26th here in Japan. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and maybe this is something that interests you. How is Christmas in Japan, and how is it different from maybe your place? For the weather, if you're not living in any mountainous, like high area in Japan, don't expect a snowy Christmas in most parts of Japan. It's pretty warm, especially anything more south than Tokyo. The more northern areas north of Honshu, the main island, and Hokkaido, you have snow in winter, but anything more south, you usually don't have any snow, except you're in any area or any city that is a little bit elevated, that is higher, or you're straight up living in the mountains. So usually White Christmas, not so much a thing in Japan, but mountains are always closed, so if you're craving the snow and the snowy experience, I think you can just go, like, take a day trip to any mountain, and you will get your snow there. Exploring Japan, especially mountains, is way more feasible or like approachable if you're having a car. So either living in Japan and having a driver's license here, or being permitted to drive temporarily as a tourist, but for which nationality, which rules apply to be permitted to drive a car as a tourist, you gotta check that out yourself. There's only a very limited number of nationalities where a driver's license from their respective country permits them to drive in Japan as a tourist without any changing and translation and applying for a Japanese driver's license. So be careful. And traffic, it's orientated on the left side. It's left side traffic. So even if you're permitted to drive a car, be careful. I would kinda advise against it. Except you're a Brit, you're coming from the UK. They have left side traffic as well, but anyone from other European countries, from the US, or any other place in the world, if you're not used to traffic on the left side, it can be kind of dangerous because, Japan's traffic is tightly regulated, but you also gotta need to take care. It's you have sometimes narrow roads, and especially if you want to leave the city, you gotta take care. It can be dangerous, I think. Before I've started driving in Japan, I did not pay attention to, or did not realize how much I had to change my driving style before I actually started driving myself. So don't take it lightly. First thing, so yes, Christmas is a thing here in Japan, but it's like taking the commercial aspect, the decorations, the colors, and the presents, and ripping it away from the soul, the core of what makes Christmas. So maybe it's just me, but I feel even more disconnected to this kind of Christmas in Japan. It does not give me this fuzzy, warm feeling, but still, I try to make the best out of it. I have my own Christmas tree and try to spend the days as nice as possible. Special foods for Christmas time. In Japan, there are none. Japan doesn't have any kind of special Christmas meals, at least not traditionally. It seems like KFC successfully managed to implant that idea that fried chicken is a traditional Japanese food. Yeah, in lots of countries around the world, even Europe, people eat chicken, but not grilled KFC chicken. That's just fast food, I think. No one thinks like it's a fancy thing, like, oh my, I have a good idea. Family, what do you think? Let's go to KFC this year, like Grandma did 50 years ago. No, like, no one's doing that. That's not a traditional thing. Like, people stay home, do their own thing, cook food themselves, but not go to KFC and eat instant food. But in Japan, it's a thing. Aside from that, there's no real Christmas food in Japan. They have some Christmas-ish marketed food, but nothing special for the season. So, like I said, Christmas, just another day of the year. It's just a commercial thing in malls and shopping centers, but for anyone else, it doesn't really matter. So shopping malls are decorated. You have that Christmas decoration all around, and kids usually do get presents on 25th. I think for most Japanese people, it's kind of like, yeah, Santa's coming and bringing presents for kids, and that's it. If you were to ask most Japanese people what's the background, I think some Japanese know, like, it is a originally Christian event, kind of like, oh yeah, there was maybe a guy who maybe was Jesus, and maybe it has something to do with him, but yeah, so whatever. Let's write Santa a nice little letter to get some presents, and that's it. For a little bit grown-ups, it's a couple day, so the ladies expect their better half to give them a nice little present, some nice ring, and that's it pretty much. It's the commercial aspect of Christmas ripped off of it. But for many Japanese people, it's just another day in the year. It doesn't have more value than Halloween. And for many Japanese, it's even a usual work day. It's not a national holiday, so if you don't take some of your valuable days off, you might have to work. So whether you want or not, you may not even be able to celebrate Christmas because you gotta spend time at your workplace. I took some days off to relax, to enjoy the days, and have an extended holiday, time off. So I will be off till next year. I will see how many videos I'm I'm gonna be able to put out. So for me personally, Christmas Eve, I went shopping, had a nice day, nothing special, nothing fancy. Finished the day off with some cake, and that's it. On 25th, I went out a little bit shopping, hit the shopping mall, and once I got hungry, I got some takoyaki, and they had some Jujutsu Kaisen collaboration, and yeah, it's still regular takoyaki. For those of you who don't know what's takoyaki, it's these are small little balls. They have an outer made out of flour, and the inside is octopus. So they're little octopus balls. You gotta be careful to not burn your mouth. So, because it was a Jujutsu Kaisen collaboration, they include this nice little file. I think the light makes it harder to see, maybe. I saw this. That's kind of neat. I like takoyaki either way. I felt like eating that day, and yeah, the file was just on top. So I still plan to enjoy the days. It's nothing special really in Japan. If you want to give presents to your loved ones, you can do that just as you do it in anywhere else in the world. Like you can enjoy that. A lot of shops have some special offers, some Christmas sale around this season, starting around beginning of December. So you might be able to get some deals, some nice things on sale. I can't say which sale is usually the better one to wait out for, the Christmas sale or the New Year's sale. I think it's kind of a nice time to buy things either way, like from beginning mid-December till the first weeks of the new year. You can get some nice things, but this is also the time when everyone is going out to buy some things, go shopping, to buy maybe some new toys, presents for their kids. So if there's something you're looking out for, you gotta be fast and use that time window to snatch whatever thing you want to have here in Japan. But Christmas in Japan generally is not that big, and if you work in Japan, companies usually they don't give a F about Christmas. So yeah, New Year, that's a different thing. I think it's way more common for Japanese to take a day off for New Year, and actually the first of each year is usually a holiday given by the company. So many Japanese people go to a temple, to a shrine, either in the night when it's a new day, so at 12 o'clock or in the morning, or some go to some other places and try to do things that like enjoy the first sunrise, the first rays of the sun in the morning. Another cultural thing in Japan is called fukuro. Fuku means luck, and bukuro means bag, so kind of like luck bag or lucky bag, which is buying a bag with random things inside. So usually you go into a shop like H&M or any clothing or fashion shop or whatever kind of shop, even electronic shops. You go there and you can buy a fukubukuro, a lucky bag, and you don't know what's inside, you just know it's the things inside will be things sold in that store. As a rule of thumb, the value inside the bag should exceed the price tag for the bag. So let's say you buy a bag that has a price tag of 3,000 yen sansen, 3,000 yen, which is kind of equal to 30 bucks, 30 US dollars. You might expect content that is worth 35 or 40. So it's worth a bit more than what you're paying for, but it's totally randomized, which is especially which can be more problematic if you don't know if it's something you really like. Some shops, like clothing shops, will sell different bags that are not completely randomized. They will sell you men's and women's fashion and at least indicate if it's like put only things together of similar size, like S size, M size, L size, so you at least get to know it's your matching size. But it's still a surprise. So I don't know, it's not my thing. I really don't want to spend money for things that I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna use, I'm gonna wear, that serve a purpose in my life, because yes, I save money, but I spend money on things that I wouldn't have bought to begin with. So in my mind, in my logic, it's just wasting money. But if you're new to Japan, you don't have much to begin with, you just want some clothes either way. If you don't have much and you just say you like the surprise, and yeah, for whatever reason you just want to get some stuff because you just moved here recently and you just happen to move into Japan around that season of the year, around the New Year. It might be an option to go for these lucky bags and hope there are some things inside that you like. So maybe a good way to save some money, I don't know. Of course, I know people who are really into it. I heard it's actually quite popular with lots of tourists. There's supposedly even tourism usually from other countries, especially Asian countries like China, where people come to Japan, just buy lots of these lucky bags to hope there's some good things inside and take it home, because it can be a good offer just by looking at the price per value or value per price ratio. But you gotta decide. So that's it for the point shopping, regarding shopping. I think generally Japan's a nice place to go shopping if you look out for the sales. I think the sales can make the prices drop significantly. But usually year-round, I think the prices compared to what I've been used to are not as low. I think Japan is a pretty pricey country, but it's a really common thing to go to a temple, clap your hands, and ring a bell for some good luck for the next year. This year, right now, still is the year of the cow, if you didn't know. Next year, 2022, is gonna be the year of the tiger. Whatever year you are born in, I think there's some calculators you can find it online. So I'm gonna have some joyful days and just relax, play some video games, and try to put out maybe 2 or 3 videos. Thank you for tuning in, and that's it for today. Bye, have a nice day, enjoy your holidays, and see you